On November 30th, 2024, 19-year-old Kenyan-born Hafsa Bakari Mohammed was arrested on charges of international terrorism at the Bergamo, Italy, Orio al Serio's airport, as she was about to board a flight to Turkey and then Syria to fight for ISIS. A monitoring of radical jihadist environments online allowed the identification of a social media profile in which propaganda videos with radical content were published with increasing intensity, where a woman wearing a niqab was portrayed, later identified as the young Kenyan. The investigators managed to trace her contacts with telephone numbers in the Middle East, attributable to individuals who would have facilitated her arrival. The young woman had been planning for days. According to the investigation, she had repeatedly attempted to contact Turkish diplomatic representations in Italy, and her plan in recent days had a further acceleration when, after having consulted flight sites to Turkey several times, she repeatedly went to Malpensa airport to obtain a one-way ticket to Istanbul. After several attempts, the 19-year-old managed, in the late afternoon of November 29th, to purchase a flight from Orio al Serio's to the Turkish capital for the following day. The first checks on the phone of the girl, who called herself muhajirat, or the migrant, documented that in addition to having developed an interest in using firearms, she was actually in contact with a man in Turkey who was waiting for her upon arrival. 19-year-old Hafsa Bakari Mohammed posted the iconic black flag emoticons of ISIS on social media and wrote, "Jihad means more than fighting against enemies. Don't you want to deserve the highest level in heaven?" And to those who told her that the holy war is only for men, she cited the example of Aisha, Muhammad's second wife, made references to suicide for terrorist purposes, and said she was an ISIS supporter. Questioned by the investigating judge, the girl said she wanted to go to Turkey to marry a 23-year-old she had met on social media. She admitted having conservative ideas about the Islamic religion, saying she was shocked to see the images of men and women of the Muslim faith tortured and burned, where there are wars and persecutions. She also said that in Italy it is not possible for her to work wearing the niqab, and that for this reason, she wanted to escape. In addition, she claimed that she shares ISIS's ideas about an armed reaction, but that she did not want to go to Syria to fight, but to admire men and women who fight to safeguard their faith in the name of Islam. On social media, Hafsa showed a toy gun, which was later confiscated, and in an Instagram story, she allegedly filmed herself shooting with an air rifle. On November 28th, she went to Malpensa to ask for information to buy a ticket to Turkey, dressed in the niqab, which leaves only the eyes uncovered, with a backpack hidden under her jacket. When her mother asked her on the phone where she had gone, she replied, "Are you telling me that I'm not your daughter because I wear the veil?" On Instagram and TikTok, she was increasingly praising acts of violence against the Western world.